Gary, can we start asking the latest on Paddy Madden's situation? Reports of a move to Scunthorpe.
Well, that's somebody's jumped the gun there a little bit, I think, and put it out there, which neither club likes, if it's Scunthorpe or even if it isn't Scunthorpe. So it's one of them that it still has to sort of remain. Both the clubs have to remain tight-lipped at the moment until something actually happens, because lots of things can happen when a player is looking to move on, and that's two clubs might not agree, the personal terms might not agree with anyone. That's not just Paddy, by the way. And so I know you'd love me to go into details and that, but it's not the done thing, and the only time we can talk about any transfer is when it's done.
Yeah, but you could tell us that there has been interest in Paddy Madden.
Well, of course he was on the transfer list, and there was a few clubs that wanted to loan him, but we wasn't interested in that. And obviously when a player gets to know about a couple of bits of interest, then you do a deal with the club and you give permission for them to speak or not, as the case may be. So there's been interest in him, there's been interest in other lads as well, and we've shown a lot of interest in other people ourselves. So it's they're all things. I'm sorry to sort of go a bit round the houses with it for you, because I know you'd all love to know exactly what's happening, but you'll have to get a job here and become my assistant to get to know that.
Isma Miller's been linked with a move to Doncaster. Is that something that, from your point of view, means that he's not likely to come back here now, or is that still?
No, we're still in the shake-up with that. Ismail and his representatives will keep me in the loop, and that's good. And also Billy Davis is keeping me in the loop. So I know Ismail enjoyed his time here, so that's credit to the football club and the fans and the players, because given the choice, he tells us he would like to come back here. But of course, if he gets a permanent move, then we're not in that ballpark figure for Ismail on a permanent move, nowhere near it. And obviously he's been on Premiership money, sort of thing, So, but we're hoping that if nothing turns up for him, that he'll turn up in a Yeovil shirt again. But we'll keep our fingers firmly crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. On the field, the win over Lake Norient, how much of a boost has that given the squad this week?
Well, hopefully a big boost. We showed that against a first division team, that we had good power, good pace, good penetration. That's what I look for. First 10 minutes was a little bit, not quite at the races, but once we got into our stride, and we played some good football, and we scored some good goals, some very clever goals, and good crosses, good finishes. All four had a bit about him, sort of thing, every goal. So yeah, we were very pleased with that, and good to get to the next round. Really pleased about the draw at Southampton. Some people might not be, but for some reason. But a Premier League club, with a 25,000 gate, we hope, and not that far away. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of Yeovil fans make the trip. So we're pleased that we got through to the next round, because, in hindsight, it'd have been disappointing if we'd have missed a game like Southampton.
Yeah, absolutely. And now back to the Championship, of course. A tough game. Burnley gone well this season.
Yeah, they're going very well, and in the Championship you've got to be aware of the opposition's tactics and philosophy, and you've got to be aware of your own, because you've got to try and outwit the opposition, and that means getting intelligent players around as well, so that they can enhance our strengths and learn from our weaknesses and the opposition's strengths and weaknesses. So Burnley have got two lads on fire up front, Vokes and Ings, and they've got a system that you have to really work hard to play against. When we was up there, I thought we did really well for an hour, and it was that day that we didn't realise that Sam Johnson, that goalie, had broke his finger in the warm-up. Shouldn't laugh really, but and then obviously the goal came with the cross, and he didn't quite catch it, and it went in the back of our net. So we feel that we've certainly competed early part of the season against Burnley, and now they find themselves in the top two, and we've got to try and compete with that.
Yeah, you talk about Danny Ings in particular. I mean, is he arguably one of the best strikers at the moment in the Championship.
Well, he is. Yeah, he is. Statistics say he is. You know, he's scored good goals, and you got Sam Vokes, who's probably having his best season for a long time. He's a big, strong lad, holds it up. You know, so they're their strengths, but we'll try and find their weaknesses on the day. And one of our strengths is going to be the atmosphere at Hughes Park here. You know, we need to get some wins in the Championship as quickly as possible, whoever we're playing against, and we've got to believe that we can compete with the Burnleys, because we've done it with QPRs, Leicester's, and just got beat by the odd goals each time. We've got to turn that around, and we've got to start winning by the odd goal.
Yeah, have Burnley been one of the surprise packages in the Championship?
Yeah, they have. I think that they have, but it's a traditional club up there. Sean Dyche has done very, very well with them, and they've managed to secure some good players that have been around at that level for quite a long time, and so they're pretty experienced as far as the Championship's concerned.
Yeah, and another one of those games that a win against them, where given their league position, would be just a massive lift for Yeovil again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course it will. It'll be a fantastic result if we can get a result against Burnley, and it's one win you haven't got to get later on. So the more wins we get at this time, the more chance you've got of surviving.